Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about one of the most common debates in technology, Apple versus Android. People love to argue about phones, tablets, and computers, but I'm here to explain why Apple products stand out as the better choice for most people. It's not just about the brand or the logo, it's about how well the products work, how they stay reliable over time, and how they make life easier. I'm going to break this down into three main points: the user experience, the ecosystem, and the long-term value. First off, Apple products are easier and smoother to use. Let's start with something simple. Apple products are easier to use. When you turn on an iPhone, an iPad, or a MacBook, everything is clean, organized, and simple. You don't get overwhelmed with menus, pop-ups, or random settings. Apple designs both the hardware and the software, meaning the device and the system are made for each other. This is why animations look smoother, apps open faster, and everything feels stable. With Android, different companies make their own versions: Samsung, Google, Motorola, and many more. This means that different menus, different settings, and different problems depending on which brand you buy. And then there's privacy. Apple puts privacy front and center. They don't track as much data, they don't sell your information to advertisers, they give you clear control over what apps can see. On the other hand, many Android devices rely heavily on Google's business model, which is based on advertising. So while Android phones can be powerful, they often feel more complicated and less private. Apple focuses on the idea that technology should get out of your way and just let you live your life. That's why people of all ages, from young kids to grandparents, find it easier to use iPhone than to switch between all the different Android systems. My second point is the Apple ecosystem works together like nothing else. This might be Apple's biggest advantage. All of their products work together perfectly. If you've ever used more than one Apple device, you know what I mean. Imagine this. You're typing a message on your phone and you want to switch to your MacBook. You don't have to say anything or save anything or start over. You just open your laptop and it's already there waiting for you. Or maybe someone texts you. You don't need your phone in your hand. You can answer from your iPad or your Mac. AirDrop is another huge benefit. If you want to send photos, videos, or files from one Apple device to another, it takes seconds. No email, no cables, no Bluetooth pairing, just tap and it's done. If you try doing this between Android devices, or worse, between Android and Windows, it's never as easy or reliable. AirPods are another great example. They connect instantly to all your Apple devices. No extra steps, no confusing menus. You just open the case and they instantly pair. With Android, Bluetooth accessories can be unpredictable. Some brands work well, others not so much. And sometimes devices don't talk to each other at all. Apple builds everything with the same design language, the same communication system, and the same goal: to create a smooth, connected experience. When people say, once you enter the Apple ecosystem, you never want to leave, this is exactly what they mean. Everything works together, everything feels consistent. It's not just a bunch of products, it's a complete system. For my third point, Apple products hold their value longer. Another reason Apple products are better is their long-term value. Apple devices last longer and stay fast for more years. While many Android phones slow down over time or stop receiving updates after a few years, Apple supports their devices much longer. Even older iPhones, 5 or 6 years old, still get the newest software updates. That means better security, better performance, and new features without having to buy a device right away. And if you do choose to upgrade, Apple products have a much higher resale value. You can sell a used iPhone for a good amount of money, but many Android phones drop in value very quickly. For example, a 2-year-old Samsung or Motorola phone sells often for very little because the market is flooded with different models. There's also the build quality. Apple uses stronger materials, better screens, and more reliable components. That means fewer glitches, fewer repairs, and fewer random issues. When you buy an Apple product, you know it's going to last you. People sometimes say Apple is expensive, but the truth is Apple is a better long-term investment. You pay more upfront, but you get a device that works well for years, stays updated, and holds its value. Here's one more point, just because it matters. Apple focuses on the everyday user, not just tech experts. Small things make a difference. FaceTime makes calling simpler and clear. iMessage is faster, more secure, and works across all Apple devices. The App Store is safer with fewer scams and fake apps, and accessibility features help people with disabilities use their devices without stress. Apple works hard to remove frustration. They don't want you to fight with your device, they want you to enjoy it. In the end, the reason Apple products are better than Android products comes down to three big issues. First, Apple gives you a smoother, easier user experience. Second, Apple's ecosystem connects everything you use in a way that no one else can match. And third, Apple products last longer and hold value over time. It's not just about having a nice phone or a cool laptop, it's about having technology that works for you, supports you, and makes your life simpler. Apple understands that, and that's why so many people choose Apple and stay with Apple. Thank you.